If you've been in the VTubing community for some time, you've probably heard of the name Koefficient. This YouTuber first started involving himself in the VTubing community 3 years ago by a series titled Diary of a Simpefficient. And with the series, you can literally watch a man slowly descend deeper into the VTubing rabbit hole, watching what are now considered the classic OG VTuber clips that may have even taken you down the rabbit hole as well.
This chick is too adorable, my god.
Eventually, all this led into forming actual connections with several popular VTubers, at first appearing in Kiryu Koko's meme review, leading to collabing with Ironmouse, and eventually even making a series called In the Hole, where he interviews VTubers such as Tenma, Mika, and even Ollie. So let's see what happened to Hololive's biggest simp.
How I don't like Japanese music? Dude, I stumbled across a song that is sung by VTubers, and I liked it.
Thankfully, Koefficient has made playlists of all the important moments that have happened so far, starting with Diary of a Simpefficient. Now, in the series of videos, he first discovers Urua Rushia. Then he discovers Pekora, Korone, and Miko, and watches the legendary Ochame Kino cover, which is the most viewed Hololive related video so far. This continues, eventually discovering more and more of Hololive, especially his favorite Kiryu Koko. And eventually he manages to appear in Kiryu Koko's meme review, which I'll let Koefficient himself explain through this video.
For those of you who don't know, but like, dude, you should know at this point. We reacted to the 3D stream of Kiryu Koko. It was awesome. I think out of all the 3D streams, I think hers was the best. Don't at me, bro. The one that started it off was Rushia, and I like Rushia a lot. She used to be my favorite, but Coco is 100% my favorite right now. Everything about her is just like, I really like her a lot. We went ahead, we watched it, and somehow we made it to her Asacoco reports. I have been featured in Asacoco. I cannot be any happier than what I am right now. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's on right now. So let's get going. Does that look familiar? Who is that guy? Who's this dumbass? Who are you? Who is that guy? Look at that face I'm making. She had to choose that screenshot. That is freaking funny, dude. I'm glad that she actually likes it and she doesn't think I'm an absolute freaking creep. Chat room? Those hips are 100% like American or something like that. I have not seen one Japanese move like that unless she practiced hella hard. Those are not Japanese hips. No.
Now this was a turning point. At first, he's only been a reactor of VTuber content, which is actually a pretty popular niche on YouTube. It's kind of a subgenre of anime reaction content.
Nobody's doing nothing. Oh shit, 5 gum.
He's probably I don't know. Okay, and this isn't me being racist, but let me just.
But rarely are reaction channels actually involved in the content that they are reacting to. Most of the times, they might just make a few jokes, sit back, eat their lunch, and let the content itself do the work. Of course, there are many exceptions, and I think he is one of them, as he actively interacts with the community itself. This now concludes Diary of a Simpefficient, and next comes Simp Chronicles.
Real quick, hold on a minute. Jesus Christ. Tankobon. I don't know what that is. Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh my god. Nakadashi. Okay. Shotakon. Ahegao. Oh my god. MMF threesome. What the hell is that?
In this series, similar to Diary of a Simpefficient, he continues his discovery of VTubers, furthering the scope by watching VTubers from Nijisanji.
Solar Sky Dragon. Do you guys like dragons? You guys like dragons? Yeah?
I love dragons.
Yeah, Dragon D's nuts.
And V shoujo such as Project Melody.
This is nuts to me. Like, the Hololive VTubers are great, the 3D models are great, but let me tell you something. The one that I love the most, Coco, the one that is by far, I think, the best one, because I don't know, she put in a lot of work into her model, was based off of Melody.
This also introduces You Laugh, You Simp, a rendition of the classic challenge You Laugh, You Lose, but instead he has to simp for the person he laughs at, sending super chats as the punishment. While this basically concludes Simp Chronicles, he continues doing similar content, reacting to several Hololive and VTuber related things such as the official Reddit, the Hololive anime series, the Holomyth animation by Mazumaru,
Oh my god!
the intriguing Watch Mojo episodes of Hololive,
Number 1, Inugami Korone.
Someone give me a medal! Someone give me a medal! Big shocker there.
There is no god, there is only dog.
and more. And around this time is his first actual collab with a VTuber, being Iron Mouse. Now this collab is just the two talking on stream, but looking at the comments, it does mark a pretty significant milestone for the channel itself, which I just had to mention. Then, after more of the usual content of him further involving himself in the community by doing things like unboxing Hololive cards, watching new VTubers such as Nazuna and Kason, and taking VTuber quizzes, the Holocure fan game is released. Now, even from the start, there was a lot of hype around this fan-made game. It combined the gameplay loop of Vampire Survivors and turned it into a huge Hololive reference that the talents themselves could actually play. But aside from the talents, it was interesting seeing Koefficient, who is essentially a veteran Hololive simp at this point, recognizing all the references made to various talents of Hololive. And around the time where the Holocure hype started to calm down, came the series named In the Hole, which I mentioned in the beginning of the video. It's an interview style video that kinda reminds me of Kiara's Holotalk or Iron Mouse's Speak of the Devil. And the two most well-known guests that he's had is Mika Melatica from Niji-en
Me cago en la madre que te parió. I shit on the
the
mother that
madre's
birthed
mom.
you.
and Crazy Oli from Holo ID.
I started screaming, Dickies, do you want that?
Dickies?
Dickies!
It's also evident that a lot of his content caused the viewers of him to fall into the rabbit hole as well, as he already had a solid fanbase before his VTuber content of playing various fighting games. And speaking of that, when Idol Showdown, a new Hololive fan-made game, had released, it allowed him to combine both of his love for fighting games and Hololive into a 6-part series that you should probably go and check out. And now just look at how far he's come. All this in the span of 3 years, from starting as a new fan intrigued by the rabbit hole of Hololive to eventually being able to interview the same people that he was reacting and sending super chats to. Now, of course, there are a lot of information that I didn't mention, but I just recommend looking at his playlist or tuning into some of his streams to get the full experience. Thank you for watching.